We're going to use an EEG to explain the difference between beta SMR training and alpha theta training. So when we're first looking at an EEG, after we clean up artifactual information like movement and eye blinks, the amplifier warming up, cardioballistic activity, then we can go ahead and look at a spectral display of the EEG, which kind of shows us a bird's eye view of a time frequency analysis where we can see frequency on the x-axis and amplitude on the y-axis and see what is happening the most often and at what power. And we know, studying EEG, that there should be certain amplitudes of certain frequencies at certain sites, and that there shouldn't be in others. For example, a lot of beta here, some of it is muscle tension, but others is real beta, and these can cause symptoms of anxiety and symptoms of insomnia and symptoms of hyperactivity or impulsivity. So we look at these things, and if we were amplitude training or beta SMR training for neurofeedback, we would consider that, if I click here, I can look down at the bottom and I can see, okay, around 19 hertz, this starts ramping up. It peaks around 23.44, and then it comes down at a base around 28. So when I'm amplitude training or beta SMR training, in the frontal lobe, I might want to inhibit this to teach the brain not to do this, not to make this bump. FC and CZ sit on bone, so this is reliable here, whereas these fast waves might be more related to muscle tension in the frontalis muscle. Another thing worth noting here at FZ is that the theta and alpha might be interfering with some faster frequencies that we need up there for executive function. So if I were amplitude training this person and they reported issues with motivation, initiation, trouble letting things go, that would be evidenced in slow wave activity up here, as well as anxiety and maybe hyperactivity or impulsivity, then what I would do is I would put an electrode at FZ here, and I would inhibit frequencies from about 4 to 10 hertz, and then again from 19 to 30, and I would leave the rest alone. And so the person would only win in the video game task if their neurons were not firing powerfully between 4 and 10 hertz and 19 and 30 hertz. So the brain would have to come up with another frequency to fire outside of those band ranges in order to win the game or get Pac-Man to move or drive the car or whatever the game was. And over time, because the brain is inhibiting the power here and the power here, in order to win the game, it self-reflects and it says, what else is different when I inhibit this power and this power? Well, I feel calmer, I can let things go more easily, I feel a little bit sharper and clearer, I think I'm just going to keep firing this way. And so that is why beta SMR or amplitude training can be really, really helpful and individualized to a person's brain.